Hello, welcome to the Excited Bull Random Talk. This is Kim, and I am Kim, and I'm coming to you from Norman, Oklahoma, where I live with my fiance Jason, our 3 dogs, and a bunch of family. Thank you for joining me for this episode, and if you like this episode, like and subscribe down below, and hit the bell if you want to be notified whenever I post new videos, which is fairly often. Hi guys! I know I usually start with what I'm in the middle of and then get into life stuff, but as we can all tell, things have kind of changed around here. So we'll do a little life stuff first. First off, low tech, so sorry if I'm looking down a lot. I usually have my notes on a laptop behind my filming setup, and it's just not possible with my current setup the way it is. Well, it's possible probably, but I didn't have the brain space to figure it out today. So, yeah. So we have a 3-bedroom house, and it's just me and Jason now, now that both his kids are grown, so we don't keep their rooms for them anymore. Excuse me. We both kind of adopted a room each. Keeps our hobby stuff in it, where we do whatever we need to do kind of separate. We are de-popcorning the ceiling, retexturing, painting, and all of that. We started in what was Jason's daughter's room, Jessica's room, and now has become kind of Jason's room. Sorry, kind of. If you hear extra moaning and whatnot, my very old 15-year-old doggy is sitting here on the bed next to my little camera setup, so she's quite noisy. I apologize if that drives anyone insane. She's sweet and old though. Anyway, I'm all over the place. Random. God, I'm cheesy today. Anyway, so everything that was in Jessica's old room, Jason's now hobby room, is now in Joey's old room, my hobby room. So what was housed in 2 separate rooms is now all packed into one room. So I can't barely get in there right now because stuff is everywhere. We are waiting for paint to dry and then doing touch-ups. And then I still might not have my hobby room back because I think we're going to move our master into there and do the de-popcorning, texturing, and painting and all of that in our master next, and then move our master back after it all dries, and then move everything back into the first room, do the 3rd room, and then separate everything out. So I may be 2 or 3 weeks of kind of in limbo. This may or may not be the setup I stick with for each week. It will kind of just depend on how things are. Seems to be pretty well. It took me a little while to get stuff situated, and I can't really sit back like I do in my chair because this is my recliner and it rocks, and that's a lot for a video. So yeah, I think that's all really. I'm really happy with the color we picked for the walls. Ooh, I actually have the paint chip in here. Yeah, we did. Let's see if we can get focus. Polar Ice. It was a Valspar color. It doesn't really pick up very well. It's probably showing pretty true to color. I kind of like that the white's peeking out there because that's obviously what we painted the ceiling. We're talking about for the trims. We're not doing the trim right now because we need to replace a bunch of it. And we're just going to wait and do that a little later. But we're talking about doing maybe one of these next darker shades for the trim and the doors, which I think would be really cool. Cutting my head off with the way I'm sitting now. Anywho, okay, sit back a little. There we go. Get my head back. Let's pick up my notes. So that's all with life stuff, really. It's a bit crazy. but I think it'll be really nice in the end. And I think what we are going to do is I'm going to get what was Jason's hobby room as my hobby room, and he'll get blah blah blah, vice versa. Mostly due to the fact that Jessica's room, which was Jason's hobby room, has 2 windows, and I spend more time in my hobby room. His hobby room is more as a storage. I actually like hang out in there and knit and read and things like that. Hi, Ambika. I'm sorry, y'all. She's knocking everything. Hi. Can I help you? I'm busy right now. Oh, all the shaking, little mini earthquakes. Hi, boys. Hi, boys. Okay, go lay down. Don't knock. Oh. Thor, go. Mini earthquakes. Okay. I don't know if I'll cut that out or not. I probably won't, but yeah. Little interruptions. I think she needs to go to the bathroom, so let's wrap up what I'm in the middle of, and then I can let her out. So, TV-wise, I am in the middle of Expanse season 2. I think it's 2. Pretty sure. Yes, season 2 of The Expanse. Don't know why I hesitated. I've really been enjoying it, though the last couple episodes have not necessarily been my favorite. Chill out. Hang on. I don't know. It's kind of hit and miss. I'm really liking what they're doing with a couple characters. I'm really not liking what they're doing with a couple other characters. I'm interested to see where they go with it in the end. So, for right now, it's just a wait and see. For books, I finished Leviathan Wakes. I am waiting for book 2 to be available on my audiobook app. So in the meantime, Thor. This is what I was worried about out here. Anyway. In the meantime, I am listening to Witches of America by Alex Marr, which is about a woman's 5-year journey through paganism, Wiccan, and the occult in America. I didn't read any reviews when I started it. It was just something I'd gotten on a wish list or to read list, and was like, oh, this is nonfiction. It'll be a nice, different paced book while I'm waiting to finish book 2, because I don't like to read. I didn't want to read anything else science fiction or anything else similar genre to the Expanse series, because I didn't want to mess with my timeline when I go back to reading book 2. So I started this. I'm about a quarter of the way through it. It's pretty good. I did look at some reviews of it, and I did see she's gotten a lot of backlash from the pagan community for unflattering portrayals and exploitation and a couple other things like that. So I'm intrigued. I haven't seen much of it. She has had a couple unflattering descriptions and the like, but I don't know. I haven't seen anything too awful yet. I could see the exploitation a bit. We'll finish it out though, just because it is interesting. Other people's perspectives are always interesting. Chronicles of Chrestomanci. I finished The Magicians of Caprona, and I did start on Witch Week. I am not very far into Witch Week. Like, that's the start of Witch Week. That's where I am. Like, 15 pages, so it's not very much, but I am making progress. I finished some crafting stuff, so check out the Crafty Time episode. That'll be up later. And so I've been able to get some more reading in, which is nice. I miss it when I don't get to read very much. Other than that, you guys, I need to let that old lady out so she can go to the bathroom. So I'm going to leave you there for this week. Until next time, do something a little random. Bye, y'all.